Welcome. In this video, we are going to verify Stokes theorem for this vector field f that is equal to x square plus y square I cap minus 2xy j cap around the rectangle bounded by x equal to plus minus a, y equal to 0 and y equal to b. So first, we will write Stokes theorem. Stokes theorem connects line integral with surface integral. So it will connect line integral with surface integral. It means the line integral of a vector field, that is f dot dr, equal to surface integral of curl of f. Either you write dot ds or you write dot n cap ds. Now it is C, where C is the boundary of open surface F's. Now here F is given as x square plus y square I cap minus 2xy j cap. So first we will evaluate the left hand side of the theorem. So we will evaluate this side, f dot dr. It means r is the position vector, so it will be xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Here the plane is xy plane, so z will be 0, or you can say dr will be dxi cap plus dyj cap plus dz k cap. So f dot dr will be f dot dr. So f dot dr will be x square plus y square dx minus 2xy dy. Now we will find the path. So the path is given by rectangle bounded by x equal to plus minus a, y equal to 0, y equal to b. So it is, if it is x-axis, it is y-axis, it is x equal to plus minus a, suppose it is a, so this line is x equal to a and this line is x equal to minus a. So these two lines are x equal to plus minus a, y equal to 0 and y equal to b. So this line is y equal to 0 and I can draw this line, it is y equal to b. So if this is the b here, so the path will be, if I start from here, it is a and its coordinate are a, b. If it is b, its coordinate are minus a, b. If it is c, this point is c, then its coordinate are minus a, 0. And the coordinate of this one is a, 0. So I will start from here. So it is a, b, c, d will be the path. So it is d. So I will trace in this direction, in the anti-clockwise direction, or you can say if I move onto this path, the surface should lie on the left side. So the integration along the closed curve, which is the boundary of that surface C, f dot dr, can be broken into 4 parts. So it is actually a, b, c, d, a, f dot dr, and this can be broken into 4 parts, that is AB, BC, CD and DA. AB, BC, CD and DA. So AB f dot dr plus BC f dot dr plus CD f dot dr plus DA f dot dr. So f dot dr is this one. Now along the path AB along path AB. So AB is a straight line which is parallel to x-axis. That means the y equal to b is the equation. So y equal to b, dy will be equal to 0 and x varies from a to minus a to minus a. Along path AB and along path BC. Along path BC, what will be there? Along path BC, it is parallel to y-axis. That means x will be constant. So x here equal to minus of a, dx equal to 0, and y varies from this point to this point. That is from b to 0. B to 0. What about CD? So along path CD. Along path CD, it is along x-axis. That means y equal to 0, so that dy is also equal to 0, and x varies from this minus a to a. So minus a to a. Along path DA. Along path DA, it is parallel to y-axis. That means it is x equal to a and y varies from 0 to b. So along path DA, so it is x equal to a, dx equal to 0, and y varies from 0 to b. Now we will find the value of f dot dr along 4 path and substitute into these 4 integrals. What is f dot dr? X square plus y square dx minus 2xy dy. So it is actually x square plus y square dx minus 2xy dy. What is it? It is actually f dot dr. So the integral of f dot dr, this one will now be equal to, that means the integral of f dot dr along the closed path C equal to AB. Along path AB, x varies from a to minus a. So x varies from a to minus a. So x equal to a to x equal to minus a. And what is it? Y equal to b, dy equal to 0. Y equal to b, dy equal to 0 means second term 0, and y equal to b means x square plus b square dx. The second integral, that is plus, where BC, along path BC, this y varies from b to 0. Y varies from b to 0. Y equal to b to 0. X equal to minus a. So x equal to minus a, dx equal to 0. Dx equal to 0 means first term 0. X equal to minus a. That means it will be equal to 2ay dy plus x varies from minus a to a along path CD. Along path CD, x equal to minus a to a. And y equal to 0, dy equal to 0. Dy equal to 0 means this one. Y equal to 0 means y square is also 0. So it will be x square dx. Plus, in this last integral dA, the y varies from 0 to b. Y equal to 0 to b. Y equal to 0 to b. Then d is this x equal to a, dx equal to 0. So dx equal to 0 means first term 0, and x equal to a means minus 2ay, minus 2ay dy. Now we will integrate these 4 integrals. So it is x square plus b square. Integrating with respect to x, it will become x cube by 3 plus bx, where x equal to a to minus a plus 2ay. Integrating with respect to y, it will become ay square, where y equal to b to 0 plus integrating with respect to x, that means x cube by 3 and x equal to minus a to a, that is 2ay or y square by 2. That means it will be equal to minus ay square, where y equal to 0 to b. What is left here? It is x square plus b square integrated with respect to x. It will give x cube by 3 and then b square x. So it was b square. Now we will put the limits. So it will be minus a cube means a cube by 3 minus, and then minus of b square into minus a, that is minus ab square. Then we will put minus of a cube by 3 and minus of b square into a, that means ab square, the first bracket, plus we will put 0, then minus of ab square, plus we will put a cube by 3, then minus, and minus a cube is minus, that means it will be plus a cube by 3, plus we will put minus of ab square and 0. So it will be minus of 2a cube by 3 with this one, minus of 2ab square, then minus of ab square, plus of 2a cube by 3 and minus of ab square. It is cube. So 2a cube by 3, 2a cube by 3 minus cancels out. It will be minus of 2, 3, 4, 4ab square. So it is the value of left hand side of the theorem, that is the line integral. So line integral is minus of 4ab square. So this one is actually equal to minus of 4ab square. The left side is minus 4ab square. Now we will integrate the right side, that is the surface integral. To evaluate this surface integral, we will have to first find the curl of f. So we will find the curl of f. So we will first write f. What was f? F was x square plus y square I cap minus 2xy j cap. So we will first find the curl of f. So curl of f was I cap, j cap, k cap, del over del x, del over del y, and del over del z. Then x square plus y square minus 2xy and 0. So we will start with I cap. What is I cap? It is del over del y 0 minus del over del z minus 2xy, minus of j cap, that is del over del x 0 minus del over del z of x square plus y square plus k cap. What is this k cap? So it will be del over del x minus 2xy minus del over del y, that is x square plus y square. So it will be 0 because the differentiation of xy with respect to z 0, differentiation of x square plus y square with respect to z is also 0. That means I cap multiplied by 0, this component j cap multiplied by 0. So it will have only k component. So it equal to 0 I cap plus 0 j cap plus k cap, then del over del x minus 2xy, that is equal to minus 2y. It is del over del y x square plus y square, that is minus of 2y. So it is equal to minus 4y k cap. What is del cross f, or you can say curl f. We will again write the surface integral. The surface integral curl of f dot ds or dot n cap ds. What is n cap? How to find n cap? N cap is the vector perpendicular to that surface. If it is plane, it is a perpendicular vector. So we will draw the surface again. It was this surface. So this line was x equal to plus a, this line was x equal to minus a, this line was y equal to b, and this line was y equal to 0. It is bounded by this one, and this is the required surface. So we have traced this surface anticlockwise. That means its normal, or you can say outward normal or positive normal, will be along z-axis if these axes are xy axis. So in this way we can say n cap will be equal to k cap, that is the unit vector along z-axis. So it will be k cap. So n cap is actually k cap. And now ds can be converted to dx dy because we do not have to take the projection. Why? Why we are not taking projection? Because it is already lying in the xy plane. So there is no need to take the projection. So we will evaluate this. Now the task is to find the limits. Now here you can see that x varies from minus a to a continuously and y varies from 0 to b. So limits are x varies from minus a to a and y varies from 0 to b. So we will evaluate this integral with this value. That means x equal to minus a to a, y equal to 0 to b. What was curl of f? Curl of f was minus 4y k cap. So it will be minus 4y k cap dot k cap dy dx. So first we will have to evaluate only this integral and then the rest one. So it will be equal to x equal to minus a to x equal to plus a, y equal to 0 to b. So y equal to 0 to b, and we will have to integrate with respect to y. Minus 4y will be minus of 2y square. So it will be minus of 2y square. K dot k is 1, so minus 2y square, and the limits are y equal to 0 to y equal to b, and it will be dx. So it will be equal to how much? It will be equal to minus of 2b square. X equal to minus a to a will be minus 2b square dx. So integration will be minus 2b square x, and the limits are minus a to a. So it will be minus of 2b square a plus a. So it will be equal to minus of 4ab square, which is the value of right hand side. So right hand side is minus of 4ab square. So right hand side is minus of 4ab square. So in this way, we have calculated the left hand side, which is minus 4ab square, the line integral, and the surface integral also equal to minus of 4ab square. That means LHS, or left hand side, equal to right hand side, or we have verified the Stokes theorem for this integration along this region or along this curved path. The notes of this video in PDF format can be found in the description below. Thank you.